Imagine sitting alone in a quiet room, free from distractions, free from the incessant noise of notifications, conversations, and expectations. There is a rare kind of clarity in silence, an opportunity to listen to yourself, to sharpen your thoughts, and to cultivate discipline. In a world that constantly urges us to speak, to prove, to seek validation, the ability to remain silent is an underestimated weapon. The Stoics understood this power well. They believed that silence is not mere absence of noise, but a tool, a means to gain wisdom, focus, and control over our lives. In a society obsessed with self-promotion and external validation, embracing silence is a revolutionary act. Today, we explore 6 profound reasons why silence is your secret to success, according to Stoic philosophy. Stay until the end, because this mindset shift could change your life forever. And if you find value in what we're doing here, consider subscribing to Be Stoic to continue this journey of personal mastery. 1. Silence strengthens your focus. We live in an era of infinite distractions. Social media, instant messaging, breaking news. Our attention is constantly hijacked. But true progress demands deep focus, and silence is its most potent ally. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, understood this well. In Meditations, he reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you embrace silence, you eliminate unnecessary noise and concentrate fully on your tasks. No more multitasking, no more scattered attention, just pure, undisturbed effort towards your goals. The less external noise you allow into your mind, the more mental clarity you gain. And with clarity comes power. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at marble. If his focus wavers for even a second, he risks ruining his masterpiece. Your goals require the same level of precision. To carve a meaningful life, you must work in silence, undistracted and fully present. The modern world glorifies busyness. People equate noise with productivity, but this is a dangerous illusion. The best ideas, the most profound breakthroughs, come in moments of stillness. Some of the greatest minds in history, Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, were known for their deep, silent contemplation. They understood that in order to create something extraordinary, one must first quiet the mind and remove distractions. Furthermore, silence gives you control over your energy. When you engage in unnecessary chatter or mindless distractions, you expend valuable energy on things that do not serve your purpose. Silence preserves that energy, allowing you to direct it toward meaningful, purposeful work. The ability to sit in silence, to focus deeply without succumbing to external distractions, is a superpower in today's hyper-connected world. Silence also encourages self-awareness. When external noise fades away, you are left alone with your thoughts. This solitude forces you to confront yourself, your fears, your desires, your strengths and weaknesses. Through self-reflection, you gain greater insight into your personal and professional goals, enabling you to make decisions with confidence and clarity. Many successful individuals adopt practices of silence, be it through meditation, deep work sessions, or even simple moments of daily stillness. They recognize that the ability to focus is a rare skill, and they guard it fiercely. If you can learn to harness silence, you will cultivate a mind that is sharp, disciplined, and capable of achieving remarkable feats. 2. Silence shields you from unnecessary conflict. How often do we find ourselves dragged into arguments, defending our opinions, explaining ourselves, or justifying our choices? But ask yourself, is it always necessary? Epictetus taught, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not make excuses, but simply say, 'He does not know the rest of my faults, or else he would not have mentioned only these.'" The Stoics understood that most arguments are driven by ego, not wisdom. Engaging in needless debates drains your energy and shifts your focus from what truly matters. By choosing silence, you refuse to be pulled into petty conflicts. When you argue with someone, what are you trying to achieve? Most of the time, arguments are not about seeking truth but about proving a point. They are fueled by pride, by the need to be right. But in the grand scheme of life, does winning an argument truly matter? Does proving someone else wrong improve your well-being, your success, or your inner peace? Silence is the greatest form of self-discipline in moments of conflict. It prevents you from saying things you might later regret. It allows you to observe rather than react. A wise person listens, reflects, and chooses their words carefully. They do not allow their emotions to dictate their responses. Additionally, when you remain silent in the face of hostility, you gain power over the situation. People expect reactions. When they don't get one, they lose their ability to control you. This psychological edge is invaluable, both in personal and professional life. Instead of wasting your time defending yourself against baseless criticism, let your actions speak louder than words. Silence also helps in de-escalating tense situations. When two people argue, emotions tend to spiral out of control. But if one person remains silent, the tension often diffuses on its own. The less reactive you are, the more rational and composed you remain. In the end, silence protects not only your dignity, but also your energy and focus. Moreover, silence can serve as a powerful form of negotiation. In discussions, strategic silence can make the other person feel compelled to fill the gap, often revealing more than they intended. This is a technique used by some of the best negotiators and leaders throughout history. By speaking less and observing more, you gain the upper hand in both professional and personal interactions. Choosing silence does not mean weakness. On the contrary, it is a testament to self-mastery. Those who are quick to argue or react emotionally are often ruled by their impulses, but those who can sit in silence, process information, and respond only when necessary exhibit true strength and wisdom. As you move forward, practice restraint in moments of conflict. Instead of being drawn into every debate or disagreement, step back, observe, and ask yourself, is this worth my time and energy? More often than not, you will find that silence is the wiser choice, and in that silence, you will find a strength that few possess. 3. Silence builds self-discipline. We admire those who speak with wisdom, but how often do we admire those who remain silent? True discipline is not just about action, it's about restraint. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Often our own words fuel unnecessary fears, overthinking, and emotional reactions. The more you talk, the more you open yourself up to external influence. Practicing silence teaches you self-control. It forces you to process emotions before expressing them, to think deeply before speaking. This kind of discipline extends into all areas of life: how you react to setbacks, how you handle criticism, how you maintain your focus in the face of distractions. Discipline is the foundation of success, and silence is the training ground where discipline is mastered. It strengthens your ability to resist impulsive reactions, sharpens your decision-making, and enhances your ability to stay centered in chaotic situations. Consider the way great warriors or martial artists train. They are deliberate, measured, and focused. They do not waste energy on unnecessary movements or words. The same principle applies to life. The more you can cultivate inner discipline through silence, the more control you gain over your emotions, habits, and ultimately, your destiny. One of the greatest benefits of silence is that it forces you to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. In the absence of noise, your thoughts become clearer, your priorities sharper, and your mind more resilient. In contrast, those who constantly feel the need to speak often miss out on the insights that arise from quiet observation. Practicing silence does not mean you never speak. Rather, it means you choose your words carefully, ensuring that when you do speak, your words carry weight. A disciplined individual speaks with intention, not out of compulsion. And in that restraint, there is immense power. Silence also creates space for strategic thinking. When your mind is not cluttered with unnecessary conversations, you can focus on long-term goals analyzing situations from multiple angles before making decisions. This leads to smarter choices, fewer regrets, and a sharper mind capable of handling life's challenges with poise. The practice of daily silence, even if only for a few minutes, trains your mind to function with greater efficiency. Instead of reacting impulsively, you develop the ability to respond with calculated precision. As a result, your interactions with others become more thoughtful, your decision-making more refined, and your ability to navigate obstacles significantly stronger. The art of silence, in its essence, is the art of mastering oneself. The person who can control their words, their emotions, and their reactions ultimately controls their fate. And that mastery over oneself is what sets apart those who are merely drifting through life from those who are forging their own path. 4. Silence cultivates a mysterious aura. There's something captivating about a person who speaks little, yet commands attention. They don't waste words. When they do speak, people listen. The Stoics believed in mastering oneself rather than seeking approval. A person who is reserved, who does not reveal all their thoughts, creates an aura of mystery and strength. Think of history's most influential leaders and thinkers. Did they boast? Did they overshare? Or did they let their actions speak for themselves? When you speak less, people assume you know more. They respect you more. They listen when you do choose to speak. Silence is not just a sign of wisdom, it is a display of quiet power. A mysterious aura is not about deception, it is about confidence. A person who does not feel the need to constantly explain or prove themselves radiates certainty and self-assurance. People are drawn to those who exude quiet confidence, and they tend to take their words more seriously. Moreover, when you refrain from oversharing, you maintain control over your personal narrative. You decide what others know about you, rather than letting your words be shaped by emotions, reactions, or external pressure. This self-control places you in a position of strength in both personal and professional interactions. Leaders, strategists, and thinkers throughout history have recognized the power of being reserved. When others cannot predict your thoughts or actions, you maintain a psychological edge. By embracing silence, you cultivate an aura that commands attention without demanding it. Silence also increases your presence. When you listen more than you speak, you become more aware of your surroundings, better able to read people, and capable of responding in a way that carries weight. Your words, when spoken, become impactful because they are rare. A person who cultivates silence is often seen as someone who possesses deep knowledge, strength, and introspection. This perception alone can open doors in relationships, careers, and life in general. In a world full of noise, the quiet ones often stand out the most. Those who speak too much tend to reveal their weaknesses, but those who measure their words carefully, who maintain an air of quiet composure, are seen as powerful, wise, and in control of themselves. Silence, therefore, is not just a habit. It is an art that, when mastered, sets you apart as a person of depth and influence. 5. Silence lets your actions speak louder than words. The world is full of noise, boasting, empty promises, and endless self-promotion. In contrast, the most powerful individuals in history have let their actions, not their words, define them. Silence is not passivity. It is the discipline to act rather than speak, to build rather than boast. The Stoics believed that true virtue and excellence should be demonstrated through deeds, not declarations. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This simple yet profound statement reminds us that talking about greatness is easy. Living it is what truly matters. In today's world, people seek validation through social media, constantly updating others on their plans and successes. But what if, instead of broadcasting our aspirations, we simply focused on fulfilling them? When you work in silence, you remove the external pressure of expectations and free yourself to truly excel. Instead of speaking about what you will do, you channel all your energy into execution. Consider a craftsman who spends years perfecting his art in solitude. When he finally reveals his work, it speaks for itself. It doesn't need an explanation, a justification, or excessive promotion. Its quality is undeniable. That is the power of silence. Silence also shields you from distractions and unnecessary criticism. When you keep your goals private, you avoid external doubts and negativity. How many times have people discouraged you from pursuing something, not because they believed you would fail, but because they projected their own fears onto you? By staying silent, you protect your energy and keep your motivation intact. Furthermore, working in silence cultivates patience and resilience. You understand that results take time, that excellence is forged in persistence, and that true success is built step by step, away from the spotlight. The greatest athletes, artists, and thinkers are those who have embraced this philosophy. They practice in silence, fail in silence, and improve in silence, until the world takes notice. By embracing silence, you not only sharpen your skills, but also build credibility. People grow weary of empty words and broken promises. Those who act without making grand announcements command respect. Their work speaks volumes, their results undeniable. And when they finally do speak, their words carry the weight of experience and proven success. So, the next time you feel the urge to seek validation through words, pause. Redirect that energy toward action. Let your progress, not your proclamations, define you. For in the end, true power lies not in what you say, but in what you accomplish. 6. Silence connects you to inner wisdom. In a world where information overload is the norm, silence is the gateway to true wisdom. We are constantly bombarded with opinions, advice, and distractions that pull us in different directions. Yet the greatest insights, the most profound realizations, come not from external noise but from stillness within. The Stoics understood the power of introspection. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Often, our anxieties are fueled by external influences, by what others say, think, or expect. But when we cultivate silence, we strip away these layers of noise and uncover our own inner truth. Silence allows for deep self-reflection. In moments of quiet, we gain clarity about our values, goals, and desires. Without distractions, we are better equipped to make sound decisions, free from impulsivity and societal pressures. This is why meditation and solitude have been practiced for centuries by philosophers, monks, and sages. It is in silence that the mind sharpens. Moreover, silence nurtures emotional intelligence. When we step back from constant conversation and external stimulation, we become more aware of our own emotions and thought patterns. We learn to process challenges with a calm mind, rather than reacting impulsively. This self-awareness fosters greater resilience and inner peace. Silence also deepens our ability to listen, not just to others but to ourselves. When we truly listen, we pick up on nuances that would otherwise be drowned out by noise. We understand not just what is being said, but what is left unsaid. This skill is invaluable in both personal and professional relationships, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level. Many of history's greatest thinkers embraced solitude and silence as a means of developing wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, despite being a Roman emperor, burdened with endless responsibilities, took time to write his private reflections in meditations, turning inward for guidance rather than seeking it externally. This practice of journaling and self-reflection is one we can all adopt, taking a few moments each day to be alone with our thoughts, to assess our actions, and to refine our understanding of ourselves. In silence, we also cultivate patience. In today's fast-paced world, we are conditioned to seek immediate answers, quick fixes, and instant gratification. But wisdom does not work that way. It requires time, contemplation, and the ability to sit with uncertainty. Silence teaches us to be comfortable in the unknown, to trust the process, and to embrace the journey rather than rushing to conclusions. When we are constantly surrounded by noise, we lose the ability to think independently. We become reactive rather than proactive, swayed by the latest trends, opinions, and external pressures. But by embracing silence, we reclaim our autonomy. We develop the ability to think critically, to make decisions based on reason rather than impulse, and to trust our own judgment. So, make silence a habit. Set aside time each day to disconnect, to reflect, and to simply be. In doing so, you will find that the answers you seek were within you all along. Wisdom is not something we acquire from the outside. It is something we uncover within ourselves, in the stillness of the mind. In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, choose to remain silent. Let your focus be unshaken, your discipline unbreakable, your power unquestionable. Silence is not emptiness, it is strength. It is the foundation upon which great achievements are built. It is the space where wisdom, strategy, and resilience are cultivated. Those who master the art of silence hold an undeniable advantage in life. So, as you move forward, embrace silence as a tool for success. Use it to sharpen your focus, to shield yourself from distractions, to cultivate discipline, and to connect with your inner wisdom. Let your actions, not your words, define you. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing to Be Stoic. By joining our community, you align yourself with a philosophy that has stood the test of time, a philosophy that champions strength, wisdom, and self-mastery. Hit the subscribe button now, turn on notifications, and be part of a movement that values depth over noise, action over talk, and wisdom over distraction. And if you're looking for more ways to apply Stoic principles to your life, check out the recommended videos on your screen now. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent, and let your success speak for itself.